Well, welcome officially to SAASC's annual spring member meeting. We are, it feels funny to say this every time, but we are San Jose State student chapter of the Society of American Archivists, which is shortened to SJSU SAASC, which we usually shorten even further and pronounce SAASC. Good to just be clear on, all the terminology. So we hosted an annual fall member meeting in September. So this is like the spring edition of that, although it's still February, so spring is on its way. This is kind of a more official introduction to who we are and a look at the semester ahead. And a big thank you to those of you who have already participated in our programming this semester, including our January meetup, our Ask an Archivist with Dr. Jessica Bushy, and our Secret Palantine activity. During this meeting, feel free to have your video on or not, as you like. I cannot have mine on, or I think my Zoom might crash, so echoing Emily and Christine, there are definitely some issues with Zoom. But if you do have any questions, feel free to drop them in the chat or anything you want to add. Maddie, who's one of our social media coordinators, will be monitoring the chat, so thank you to Maddie. Here is a brief overview of what we're going to discuss tonight. If you're new here, here is a brief yet somehow wordy description of our mission and what we do. SAASC strives to promote archival interests in our academic community, to provide a platform for discussing archival issues, and to engage students in professional activities in order to enhance career development. SAASC is open to all MLIS and MARA students in the iSchool at San Jose State. If you're already a SAASC member, thanks for being here tonight. And if you're new here, also thanks for being here tonight. We'll be mentioning a lot of links and other resources throughout this meeting. So instead of posting individual links into the chat, we created a Google Doc that I think we're going to be able to share directly to the chat and also in our follow-up email, which will go out, I think either tomorrow or Friday, in either case after this meeting is done. So that gets sent out to everyone who registered for the meeting. And if we mention a link, chances are very good that you'll be able to find it in that big old document. I forget what it's called, but I forget what it's called, and I made it. I think it's called Spring Meeting Resources or something to that effect. And I think, yeah, Maddie has put it in the chat. Thank you, Maddie. Okay. I'm clicking through. Spring goals. Yes. So if you were at our fall member meeting, these might look familiar. But our goals don't really change that much semester to semester. SAASC is still a student organization centered around archives, archival studies, and this field as a whole. Again, we're SJSU's student chapter of the Society of American Archivists, which is the national professional organization for archives in the US. So we aim to incorporate a lot of their resources and tools into what we do as well. That's SAA in SAASC. Okay, so just to kind of break things up a little bit, we're going to do a few activity breaks throughout this meeting. The first one is about paleography. Does anyone know what is the word paleography? Even if you don't know the word, you may have done it before, either for class or for fun. Carolyn said she did this for fun. No, Carolyn said she did this for class. Anyway, paleography is basically reading old handwriting. It's kind of the science of that. So I don't know if it's really a science, but it's a common task for archivists, and handwriting doesn't have to be old to be hard to read, so it's a really good skill to have. We'll definitely share a few more opportunities to try your hand, pun intended, at paleography and transcription. But for now, we can try one out together. I think there will be some links about that in the resources document as well. So this is an excerpt from a 19th century handwritten letter. I think the executive board, we've kind of played around with this kind of thing where like everyone reads a line and kind of goes like round robin to do it. But we don't want to make anyone go on mic if they don't want to. So but if you can read some of it, feel free to unmute and share if you're comfortable, or type it out in the chat. Again, we didn't make this content, as maybe you can tell. So sorry if it's a little spicy. I don't know if this letter is like, I'm divorcing you, your wife, I don't love you anymore. Hopefully not. But maybe we could figure it out together. And if you want to try the rest of this letter, which is like 17 pages total, I think it is in the resources document as well. So can anyone read like the first line or two of this letter?
I'll go. Oh,
Sorry.
did you want to go ahead?
No, you go ahead first.
Okay, well, I think the beginning's a little easy. Dear wife, it is with feelings of the greatest satisfaction that I find the occasion and the facilities to write you. I don't know what that word is. Thought?
Is it cherish?
Oh. Okay, someone else take over.
Yeah, someone else want to step in?
I can't read that word because to me it looks like CHOIO and then L, but that doesn't. I don't think that spells anything. But it looks like the word after that is indicates. At least might be INTIND maybe
Oh, yeah.
Intended, maybe?
Oh,
to A O that looks like an N to something of OFRM. I'm sorry. Every day's stopping point, but something that there was no stopping print. SHAS Chaz has I don't know. I'm sorry. Maybe
no,
somebody
it's
else should
fine.
take over.
Yeah, does anyone else want to try? There was no stopping point.
Short of the, okay, I'm stuck now too. Some terminus, which is,
I think so, yeah.
Here?
I think that might be love. LOVE maybe?
But then it says in something Gotham.
Mid Gotham?
Here in middle
Mm.
in the Park Hotel.
Probably
Oh,
South Gotham, I think. Maybe.
some 60 feet in the air, up 3 flights of stairs.
What?
Oh dear.
We
are they
missed something
talking about like
here.
train stops?
I something stopped one
It does
day.
have Gotham in quotes at the very top.
Yeah, at Rochester, but I could not get away from something long enough to dip my pen. Something. My trip across the continent should have been very
agreeable for the weather, maybe?
Oh, yeah. Can you guys see the bottom? Can you guys see the whole slide?
no.
Because my shoot.
No, because then it gets cut off with the bar at the bottom where you have the participants chat, share screen, and all that stuff.
I moved mine up to the top. Is it better now? I'll just try and move it around.
I don't think it changed anything, Rebecca.
Ah, Sorry.
Okay. Oh, Gwendolyn says, should have been very agreeable for the weather, was quite propitious, the road's good. Nice.
How are we feeling? Do we want to try the second page? You guys are doing great so far. I'm very impressed. Or can you not? I'm sorry if we can't see the
should
bottom
save
of
this
it.
one, and we definitely should do this one.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
Nice.
it might get juicy.
I think it might because he could not get away from Lucretia long enough to dip my pen. I think there's another woman involved.
Oh.
And it's 17 pages, so you know it's gonna get juicy. Okay. All right, we'll put a pin in that. Like I said, this is gonna be in the resources document, and maybe we could try doing a little bit of this on Discord or at another meeting in the future. So we will move on to the next slide, hopefully. God willing. There we go. Okay, so here we go. SAASC, we do a lot of events. It's something I want to say we're good at, but that sounds boastful. But I do think that we offer a variety of things to choose from as far as student events. So our speaker series continues in March with Mary Jo Russell, who is the Knowledge Resources Librarian at the Vassar Brothers Medical Center in Poughkeepsie, New York. This is scheduled for March 14th at 4:30 p.m. Pacific. So we hope to see you there. Again, resources document. You can find the link. You can also find recordings of past speaker events on our YouTube channel. We pretty much host one speaker event a month, so there's a good archive of speaker events on YouTube, on our YouTube. We also host more member-focused events, like our casual meetups and mini activities. And every semester we aim to do one kind of longer form member activity. So that this semester it will probably be our personal archiving project. For those of you who are returning students, this was an event that was piloted last spring, and I think went really well. And it's another valuable skill to have in a very, I want to say applicable application, but that's redundant. A good kind of way to think about archiving on a more personal level. How about that? So this will probably take place over a few weeks in March and April. We are still kind of in the planning stages for that. So stay tuned and we will have more information available. So I also wanted to highlight our blog and website. The website URL is right at the top of the slide there, and will also be, you guessed it, in the resources document. Our website is managed by our webmaster, Erica, which is one of our executive board positions. Our website is full of great iSchool and SAA resources to help you explore the field of archives. Another thing that's hosted on our website is our blog, and we are especially excited this semester to transition our Archives of the Month blog series to a more frequent Archives of the Week. Our blog editor, which is another exec board position, our blog editor, Erin, is doing amazing work on the blog. Of course, she posts the lion's share of what is shared on the blog, but all of our members are invited to contribute either as part of Archives of the Week or regarding other relevant archival topics. If there's something that interests you, you want to write a blog post, you did a cool internship, You toured an archive in person. You interviewed an archivist, like all that stuff would be amazing for the blog. Last semester, some of our members participated in the Sacramento Archives Crawl, which led to a great blog post by fellow student Alex Angel. So there's definitely a lot of possibility for the blog. Is Erin here tonight? I just want to also give everyone the chance to speak if they want to. But if not, we can move on. You may have seen some previews about this. Also wanted to highlight Archaeota, which is our biannual publication on current archival topics that's written and edited entirely by SJSU students. The Archaeota managing editor is an executive board position, and then there are several associate editors as well. As you can see here on the slide, we are looking for associate editors and submissions for, it should say, spring, summer 2024. Will be the.
Sorry, I half edited it.
Oh, no worries. I just caught that now myself. So, in the meantime, yeah, we're excited for our fall winter 2024 issue is going to be published shortly. So you all should be on the lookout for that. You can access all back issues, current and back issues of Archaeota on our ScholarWorks site, which is, say it with me, in the resources document. Katrina, would you like to add anything about Archaeota?
Just send in your ideas. A lot of things people are like, oh, I kind of have this idea about something. Send in the ideas, we'll develop it. And it is a great experience to, get something published. And as someone who's currently doing ePort, you do use this stuff for ePort. So
Nice. Yeah, that's another kind of, we didn't put this in the goals slide, but since a lot of us on the exec board are now thinking about ePort, we're really trying to create more like tangible opportunities for our members to create potential ePort evidence. So yeah, visit ScholarWorks, email us to explore the world of Archaeota as well.
I'll put the email in the chat too, in case.
Oh, perfect. Thank you. And I hope you can see at the bottom of the slide, the deadline for the call for editors is March 29th, and the deadline for spring summer is April 19th. So got a little bit of time if you want to think about it. Definitely a worthwhile endeavor within SAASC. So, all right, we're gonna take another quick activity break. Again, for our returning members, you may remember our 24 in 2024 Archives Bingo card that we shared at our January meetup. So we wanted to check in on people's progress. This is not like, personally, for me, I have not been able to find the time to really check off a lot of these. I know our chair, Carolyn, I think she's really been racking up the points.
I am. I'm about to get a bingo.
Oh,
just
hi.
one more to get a bingo. Hey.
Holy
Late.
cow. Okay. Yeah, so you guys all better catch up to Carolyn, because if our chair wins the bingo, I don't know what we're gonna do.
It'll be rigged. But just by being here today, you guys already attended a SAASC event, and it'll allow you on Discord. So you have at least 2 or 3 squares, and maybe you even have other ones.
Yeah. The squares really kind of range in terms of engagement. Like some of them are as easy as joining our Discord or subscribing to our YouTube channel, attending an event. Some of them are a little bit more involved, but there is also a free space. And there are, we counted 24 squares. We did the math. So has anyone been following along with this as well, or is there any questions about the bingo card at all?
Yeah, I'm sorry, I wanted to ask. This is my first meeting, and this
All
bingo
good.
card, is it available? Are you guys sending it through like the chat, or is there like a file? I think you guys mentioned like a resource folder.
Yes. This is definitely in that resources document. We created a PDF, which is available via Google Drive. So if you want to download this, save it for yourself, so you're able to kind of follow along on your own, that's perfect. It is available in digital form for free. So definitely feel free to check that out. Possibly, yeah, I would say that the again, we got the God, there's just so many links. We've got so much to share with you guys. The resources document really is the center for all of what we've got going on. I will say one of my favorite things that I've discovered as an active SAASC member is the whole world of archival webinars. Also, because I write the newsletter, so I try to include like 4 or 5 webinars in every newsletter. There's just a lot going on. Exhibits, hot button issues, research, people are always happy to share, and it seems like there's always something going on. So,
and also, sorry, if other people have resources, like we'd love to hear about what you know and what you have.
yes,
Because I'm all about that. I'm like also searching for a way to kind of like collate them and distribute them better, but I don't have a way. So yeah, just like Rebecca saying, there's so much. So yeah, if you have other things that we don't know about, let us know.
Yeah, absolutely. That's kind of partially like why we created the Discord, why we got that up and running, as a way to really encourage anybody to participate in SAASC. Sometimes it feels like, the exec board is like the core, but of course, all of our members, even if you're, even if this is your first meeting, we're very happy you're here and you're a valuable part of SAASC. Not to get too cheesy too early. But yeah, just to focus in on that a little bit.
But we love cheesy because that's why we call it SAASC.
True. Yeah.
That might just be me.
We're cheesy and sassy. Can't believe we were recording this meeting.
I know, it's amazing. Actually, so Daniel had a good question. He's like,
Okay.
is there a prize for completing the bingo card? So Daniel should know I am super against prizes, but I feel like everyone on the board is not. Everyone else likes them. So I think, yes, we said at the bottom, it's like you could be in a drawing for a prize. So yeah, I think we need to hash it out, right? But yes. Oh, for completing? I think for sure.
Yeah, if you
sorry. Mm-hmm.
No, it's fine. If you get a bingo, that's something to celebrate. So definitely let us know. And yeah, another goal for this year is to do more prize related events as well. So that should be fun. Okay. I think we're gonna move on to slide. I lost track. But because this is something that was kind of confusing to me before getting really involved with SAASC, so I did just want to make this clear as well. The difference between SAA, the Society of American Archivists, and SAASC, those two memberships. So as a student organization, SAASC membership is completely free, including participation in all our events, subscribing to the newsletter, accessing Archaeota, our blog, and more. Everything we do is free to you. To be an official SAASC member, you can join our Canvas group, which I think we have instructions in the slides later. Surprise, not in the resources document. Yeah, the Canvas group is still the official way to join SAASC, but we definitely encourage you to follow us on all of our socials. I think we have all the big ones, and of course, how many times can we mention our Discord? It never gets old.
Sign up
and
now.
also, what's up? Sorry.
Sorry, I'm just like, sign up now. If you haven't done it, do it now.
Yeah, now is the time. Absolutely. Because you can cross it off your bingo.
Woo.
And our newsletter also provides more frequent updates. And I mean, I don't want to toot my own horn because again, like I write the newsletter, but it's really been a lot of fun. I love finding all the images and all the webinars and putting that all together. And we just switched to Substack. So there's something new and it's fun. And I don't know how I feel about Substack yet, like officially, but I do like it so far. So that's SAASC. If you do want to be an SAA member, it is also worth it, but it does cost money. So SAASC, sorry, nope, SAA membership gets you access to their newsletter, which is, I think, the American Archivist Online. And then their I think I got those mixed up. They have a scholarly journal and a newsletter that you get complimentary access to as an SAA member. You also get access to their message boards, their mentoring programs, and you can participate in their sections, which are like more niche subdivisions within SAA. So there's like a archives of religious archives section, loan arrangers section. There's a lot of different, again, niches within the world of archives. So these sections kind of represent that. You can also get discounts on books published by SAA, conference attendance, and SAA also does like courses and professional certificates. Again, kind of within the world of archives, I think you can get like an arrangement and description certificate, a digital archive certificate. Gonna have to double check because I do not remember specifically which ones, but they have a student membership subscription, and that is $55 per year. I joined SAA as the freebie in Info 200, and that was 2 years ago. So I've currently paid SAA $110 to retain all of this amazing resources in my professional and academic network. I think it's really worth it. And drumroll please, another benefit of SAA is that you're eligible to, excuse me, oh my goodness. I'm starting to talk a little fast because I'm getting so excited about 2024-2025 SAASC Executive Board elections. Another benefit of being an SAA member is that you're eligible to serve on SAASC's Executive Board. It's actually a requirement. So all 9 of us on the Executive Board are part of SAA. We're SAA members. The iSchool, SJSU, also pays for board members to virtually attend SAA's annual conference, which I think is about $100 per person. I went last year virtually. It was a whole lot of fun. Again, as someone who loves webinars and lectures in that regard, it was great. And that is honestly how we found a lot of our speakers, at least for the fall semester. Like Alison Quirion, the video game archivist, she presented at the SAA conference and we were like, wow, this is incredible. Let's have her speak for SAASC. So we did. We were able to make those connections. I'm getting a little off track. But it does seem like a long ways away because we're still in February. Still technically, I don't know what week of the semester it is because I can't keep track of that kind of thing. It doesn't matter that much. But it's definitely not too early to start thinking about applying to be on the 2024-25 SAASC Executive Board. As you can see on the slide right now, here are all of the open positions. I don't think I missed anybody. But anyway, they're all going to be open for the fall semester, and technically it starts over the summer. But we're going to host we'll probably host, they did this last year, so hopefully we'll do it again. I think this is a good idea to host a more executive board focused Q&A a little bit later in the semester if you guys have questions about any of the positions or applying or what the role entails, what the benefits are. Joining a student group leadership team is a really great way to get active in that group. Some positions are more involved than others, but they all contribute to the overall success of the group. They're all, I can't find a metaphor right now, but they're all, you know, we're all important. We all do different roles within SAASC, and we make it the fun and exciting place it is to be virtually.
I like that you sighed as you said that.
The virtually part?
No, that just sounded excited.
Hey, it's
Sorry.
8:30 for me. I'm ready to go to bed.
Sorry.
It's fine. That's another thing, is that you don't have to live in California to be on the executive board. I think you don't have to live anywhere to be on the executive board. Because it's, you know, it's the iSchool.
Ooh, so Emily's asking when do applications open? I think we're gonna honestly try to do it pretty soon because we want to have it. I mean, I'm just making this up, but I feel like we'll want to set it sometime maybe in March so that we can vote in April, so it doesn't get too close to the end of the semester. But I literally made that up, so we may adjust, but probably soon. And then you know, you'll just need to write kind of like a blurb bio why, you know, you'd be a good fit, and then it'll be open to voting for the whole team.
Yeah, so that's another kind of like down the road, but not like down the road, but not so far that it's like on the horizon. It's coming up sooner than you think. Objects in the mirror are closer than they appear,
Exactly.
even though we're moving forward. I'm sorry. It's fine. We're gonna move on. Okay, let's see. Okay, great. So here is kind of a top level overview of how to connect with SAASC. Again, we're active on socials, Discord. We encourage folks to subscribe to our newsletter. You can read and write for both our blog and for Archeota. And you can reach out to us at our email address is SJSU, SAASC @gmail.com if you have any questions. The 24 and 24 Archives bingo card, hopefully we're able to keep that up in the air, keep that going. Hopefully Carolyn doesn't get the first bingo, but it'll be okay if she does because it's all for fun. And here at the bottom is the official joining the SAASC Canvas group to become a quote official member. We don't use Canvas as much, but it's still a valuable place to have because it is kind of like, it's the school's, I think, official roster for who's in what student group. So important to know. Okay, last slide, I think. Okay, thank you. Sorry, I'm sighing. I get talking so fast and it's tough. But thank you all for being here tonight. Again, we'll share the resources document as well as these slides via email later this week. So if you registered for this meeting, you'll receive that email. In the meantime, please fill out our member survey by hopefully February 29th. You get an extra day because it's a leap year. So you're welcome from Father Time. Yes, it's a hyperlink in the slides, but there is also a link in the resources document. We love to host events that really matter to you, and filling out the member survey is a great way to let us know what interests you in particular. As we wrap up, we also wanted to highlight some upcoming events from other student groups, which I think we're going to share those links directly into the chat, not the resources document, but they may be there as well. So tomorrow at 5 p.m. Pacific, the User Experience Student Group and Reforma are collaborating on a virtual panel called Creating Inclusive User Experiences in Libraries. addressing the needs of Latinx and diverse communities. You can find the Zoom link for that in the chat. Also tomorrow at 6:30 p.m. Pacific, the First Gen student group is hosting a roundtable discussion about burnout. And now I remember why we scheduled this meeting for tonight instead of tomorrow, because there are a lot of meetings tomorrow. But most of ours are usually on Thursdays. I don't know how that worked out. But another valuable topic to discuss with our peers, burnout. The Zoom link for that will be in the chat as well. And finally, although it's not like these are the only 3 events happening in the next week or so, or the next, I don't know. This is just what's coming up pretty soon that we want you to know about. The user experience group is also hosting regular virtual study sessions on their Discord server starting next Monday at 6 p.m. Pacific. If that interests you, especially, we'd love to use our Discord more and also collaborate with other student groups. So maybe we could get something going there in the works with UX student group. And something that I just discovered like earlier this week is that like literally every student group now has a Discord specific to their group. So it's not just SAASC, but ours is definitely the best because that's where we are. But we're going to share the UX student group Discord link in the chat as well, because that's where those virtual study sessions will be next Monday. I'm talking a lot and I'm almost done. And if somebody else had something they wanted to add, thank you.
Yeah. I was just
Hi.
say, just if you're in the MLIS Discord, the overall big one, they also
yeah.
have links to all of our all the student group Discords too, in like the resources section. And if you haven't joined that, I would definitely recommend that because they have tons of good stuff on there too.
Good point. Thank you, Carolyn. That's a great reminder that there is a general MLIS Discord server as well. I think that's specific to San Jose, MLIS. So many acronyms in this world.
Oops, and Chris said that it's only every 3rd Monday of every month. Yes, we actually, I think we were talking with other student groups, we're like, we need to have a better calendar to know when every group is doing stuff. So we'll check in on that.
Yes. Yeah,
Thanks,
Chris is right. Not every Monday. When I say hosting regular virtual study sessions, I should have included that it was every 3rd Monday, I think. But join their Discord and find out. Introduce yourself. Chris hosts a writer's drop-in every Monday with Assist. That's awesome. So yeah, there are a ton of student groups and we're very glad you're here tonight with SAASC, but there is a lot to explore as well. One last thing, since I feel like people never really talk about this until it's too late or like almost too late. We also wanted to remind you that February 24th is fast approaching, and that's the last day to access your fall 2023 courses in Canvas. When I started the program, I was like, what? They're gonna get rid of all my stuff? But that's just the way it works. I'm not sure why. Maybe there's just too much information and not in the like spicy sense, just like the literally there is too much content, too much information. So anyway, don't forget to download your assignments, instructions, and any other course materials before February 24th, since they may be useful for ePort later, and you won't be able to find them on Canvas after that. It's kind of crazy how like you can have like 3 or 4 like squares in your dashboard, and then the next day you have like 1 or 2, depending on what you're enrolled in. So I kind of wanted to open it up to the floor. And obviously we can chat about other stuff as well, but if folks have any particular tips or tricks for saving and organizing your course materials and assignments, thinking about Discord. I did not mean to say Discord, but clearly it's what's on my mind. Thinking about ePort, thinking about, you know, we're the archives related student group, so you'd think that we would be pretty good at organization. I will say for me, it's a little hectic downloading all my course materials. Some stuff's on my desktop, some stuff's in my Google Drive, some stuff is copy and pasted, some stuff is screenshots. So I want to know that other people do it differently than me.
Maddie gave a good tip in the chat just to take advantage of that organizer they gave in 203. I totally agree with that. Me and Julie Brownie, who's on this call, we got together and we did some of them like in early semesters, like we sat down and do it together. So that could be an idea too. If anyone is interested in doing that, like before Saturday, just getting on a call for, whatever, 30 minutes and be like, okay, we're going to download our stuff, because it's just kind of an accountability method and kind of force yourself to do it. Because it has been really helpful for me as I'm taking ePort now, to go back and be like, oh, thank God I saved this stuff in some sort of order.
Yeah.
Question, is downloading different than using the save as thing on the computer?
It kind of depends on, so like if you wanted to save like the Canvas pages, you might have to take like print it as a PDF and save it that way. But does anyone else have a different way? Does that make sense?
You can do screenshots of stuff too.
Yeah.
I feel like that's what I was doing for a while, and then I realized, oh, print to PDF is better.
Print to PDF is so nice.
Araceli was asking too, what should she save? Like, honestly, I kind of tried to save everything, but maybe it's because in my Info 200, there was a girl who literally saved everything and sent it to all of us. So it was amazing.
Oh, the dream.
Yeah, but so I try to take screenshots of most stuff, but I'm also
Yeah.
lucky because I had someone else in my same classes who would divide it up. But also make sure your discussions, I have used discussions for ePort. So just again, you can, I type in my name at the top, so you just show your own, and then I do print to PDF and I save it that way. So yeah, I think
I've been screenshotting my discussions.
Oh yeah, that works too. I'm a big print to PDF gal, but yeah, I honestly save everything, and then if you don't need it, it's fine. But I'm an archival pack rat, so that's maybe me.
Julie had her hand raised. Julie, do you want to share anything?
Yeah, I just have one tip because I'm coming across it now. I'm on Comp F, and it's that when you have classes where the instructor or the professor writes into the modules instead of like giving you readings or a text, save those too.
Oh, yes.
Yes.
I'm realizing now, I'm like, oh, they like wrote all of that in the module and I had not saved it. And I was like looking back for it. Like Laura Moore for archives and manuscripts, she writes kind of her own content. And if you take HTML with someone who I took, they also do.
Good.
Are you talking about their description of the assignment, or what are you talking about as content in the module?
Their lecture.
Yeah, the actual lecture and the instruction and the reading. So like Laura Moore, for example, all of her writing is directly in the module. Like, I think most of our instructors will like be like, this is the readings for the week, and they'll link out stuff, but she wrote directly into the module each week.
Yeah.
And I wish I had saved all of them. I think I saved some of them. Some of them are on my computer. Some of them are like in the drive. It's kind of a hot mess. So I wish I had saved in a searchable way.
If you need them, I think I saved all of Laura Moore's
modules.
See, that's the kind of connection I love. Love that. People.
What day do you need it?
Oh, sorry. Somebody is on. Can you be on mute? Anyone who's talking about.
Let me check my schedule really quick.
Anyone who's talking about checking their schedule? Can you go on mute? Anyway, we'll press on. Gwendolyn mentioned that feedback on assignments can be used. You know what? I haven't done that yet. So I'm kind of like curious how I would do that. I feel.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, I thought I saw that somewhere. Because, but
to use feedback.
Yeah, I want to do that.
I just screenshotted feedback.
Yeah. That's legit.
And then,
I think I've been doing that too.
And then you put that as like a piece of evidence?
I'm super early on. I'm nowhere near. I'm just my second semester. I'm just saving everything.
Smart. Yes.
I think, that's kind of the way to do it for sure.
I'll also say, and Maddie said this to add everything to the Google Drive, but also name things like searchable that would be useful to you. Like if I'm, if I'm like the comp says, I don't know, evaluation. I want to type in evaluation in my Google Drive and find all the crap about that. So
exactly,
Oh,
which I did
smart.
not do.
Yeah, mine are all like Maitland 282 assignment 4 or whatever.
Yeah, you're like helpful. Yep, and actually, Gwendolyn said that too. Yes, that is exactly right.
I just
Oh,
recently
yeah.
started doing that too, like especially when you save your discussion board posts. And I'm like, before I was saving as like discussion 5 or whatever. And I'm like, this semester, I'm like, that does not help when I have to go back and look for it. I'm trying to like at least write what it's about.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's smart. And also reminded me that there is a Facebook ePort group. I feel like I
Oh,
mentioned this
yes.
the other day. And so I know a lot of people are not on Facebook, but if you are, you need to just friend somebody in the group and then they can add you. Because I guess, it's so that professors, people who are not students don't join, so if you can usually just ask and somebody can like friend you and then add you to the group. But it's really, really helpful. And definitely people join before they're in ePort too, I think, just to, I don't know,
Yeah.
get a leg up or something.
Sorry, question. Since all of you have done this before, if you do something as save as to the computer, are you able to find it again, or does it disappear from the save as well as from Canvas?
Yeah, if you do save as, it should, and you do like save as a PDF, and just like save it, select like download folder or like ePort folder, wherever you want it.
Yeah.
It should stay in there.
I've been doing it as save as to desktop. Does that work, or do I need to do it as save as PDF?
Oh, no, save as, well, I think I would just like look at your desktop and see like what comes out. And does it look like a PDF or Word document? Just make sure it's actually saving and you can access what you did. But yeah, I think thanks, Anna. Thanks people for coming.
Yeah, I know we're getting on towards the end of the hour.
I wanted to just give a tip,
Sure.
just to let you guys know, because a lot of people were saying they like screenshot. For the modules and the courses, if you go into the modules and the top part of it, like whatever they name it, there's like an A with a little arrow down, and that's like an alternative format that you can download into an EPUB or PDF that can make it
Ooh,
really easy to keep.
awesome.
Also, fun fact, I learned this in Laurie Moore's class. The classes where they like directly type into the module. This is not really related to ePort, but it's related to the tool that you just talked about. There's an option to have it read the text to you. So if you're one of the people like me who likes to multitask because they have a busy life, you can have it read it to you instead of having to like go in and read it yourself. I don't know. A lot of people have a hard time with that, but for me, I am more of an audio learner than visual learner.
Yeah, they have an
awesome.
immersive reader and an audio, like you can have it change into MP3 so you can listen to it.
Mm-hmm. So we could also like, if people want to, I think Rebecca had one of the ideas to do a shorter meeting where we can meet up and just like talk more about ePort or like, go through some of the stuff together. So definitely if folks are interested, we can do that.
Do we have like a Discord section for ePort under our
a new
tech
channel?
Make one.
Yeah, that can
I know we were
happen.
also talking about utilizing the Discord like voice channels to have like little informal chats with each other and talk about things like this.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, that might be another platform for hosting these kind of meetups. Because this is like, I don't know, it's all kind of the names don't matter too much, but like these like meetings, to me, the way I see it, those are more like official. I'm gonna make 13 slides. I'm gonna write up a little script to talk to you all. For meetups, the way I see it is that's like more casual. We'll bring some topics that we want to discuss, but really more of like a open for discussion type thing, which I mean we're doing right now, but just in a more dedicated time and space.
Sometimes Discord you can be more impromptu as well. So if you like a last minute, oh, do you want to hop on Discord and have a conversation? We can do that too.
Yeah.
And it will be recorded.
Mhm.
A little less stress for some of us.
Yeah, true. I know. Yeah.
Thanks for coming, everybody. I think people leaving in the chat. Thank you so much. This is nice.